today's video, I will take you through the step-by-step process of running t-test in SPSS. We will cover independent sample t-test, paired sample t-test, and one sample t-test. I will also show you how to interpret the output and how to report your results in an APA style. Hi everyone, welcome back to Data Monarch channel. If you are new here, my name is Mary. What is t-test? A t-test checks if the difference between two means are by chance or is statistically significant. Here's the dataset we will use for this tutorial. It's from a health and fitness program study.
Here is our SPSS interface. So the first thing I want to do is to import my data file into SPSS. Open it, ensure everything is well formatted here and press your OK. Now that I have my data loaded into SPSS, the first thing to do is to define my group variables. 0 is defined as the control, while 1 is defined as the treatment. Now come back under the data view. Now you can see everything is well formatted. Here in our data set, we have two different groups, which are the control group and the treatment groups. We have the weight loss by each client. We have the before BP, which indicates the BP of each client before they passed through this program. And we have the after BP, which indicates the BP of this client after they've gone through this program.
Independent sample t-test compares means of two different groups, like male versus female scores. Let's compare weight loss between the control group and the treatment group using the independent samples t-test.
Come here under your Analyze tab menu, and under the compare means you can see independent sample t-test. Click on it, and here we need to define our test. Test variable is the weight loss. You move it here, and the grouping variable is the group. Remember why test variable is the weight loss? Just as I have explained earlier, we want to compare the weight loss between the control group of participants and the treated groups of participants. Here to define your group, our groups will be defined as 0 and 1. The group 1 is 0, while the group 2 is 1. Press your OK. Here we have the result of our independent samples test. The first table here, it shows that the control group has a mean weight loss of 2.01 kg, while the treatment group had a mean weight loss of 4.57, which can be approximated to 4.58 kg. The next output here, which is the Leveren's test for equality of variance. So here you can see that the Leveren's test for equality of variance significance is 0.119, which can be approximated as 0.12. And since this is greater than 0.05, we assume that there is equal variance. The key result is the significance dot two-tailed, and you can see that the result is less than 0.001, which is less than 0.005. This means that there is significance difference between the groups. In simple terms, the treatment lost more weight. Now, here's how to format this in the APA style. Open up a workbook, minimize this side by side with our output. Minimize this. Indicated. Here you indicate your mean, which is 4.58. And the standard deviation is 1.395, which can be approximated to 1.40. Lost significantly more weight than the control group. Here you also indicate the mean values and the standard deviation values. The mean value being 2.01 and the standard deviation values with 1.1, approximately 1.12, close your brackets. Here you also indicate the t value and the significant value. 78 mean difference, close bracket, gives us a t value of minus 9.122 and significance value of less than 0.01. This is how to report in APA style.
Next, Paired t-test compares two related scores, like before and after treatment of the same group. Let's check if the blood pressure decreased significantly after the program using the paired samples t-test.
Come here under your analyze. Under the compare means, you can see paired sample t-test here. Click on it. Yes, since we have only one pair of group that we want to compare, which is the before BP and the after BP. So you click on the first one and move it here, which is the variable one, and the next one, which will be moved here. So let's say we have other pairs of groups that you want to compare, then you can click on this and also move them here. But since this is done, you press your OK. And here you can see the output of the paired samples t-test. Here in the first output, which is the paired sample statistic, shows that the average BP dropped from 139.58, which can be approximated to 140 before, to 133.44, which can be approximated to 133 after the program. Next output, which is the paired samples correlation, we want to check if there's a significant correlation between the before BP and the after BP. Here the significant value is less than 0.001, which is less than 0.005, and this implies that the reduction is statistically significant. Also, as it's indicated here, it is statistically significant. Minimize just as we did the other time. To write this, revealed that blood pressure decreased significantly from before, open bracket, you indicate your mean BP, which you can see here as 130, approximately 140, and the standard deviation is 9 points, approximately 39, to after, which is the after BP, which the mean is indicated at 133 approximately, and the standard deviation is 10.55, and the t-test under the mean value difference of 79 is 11.924, and the significance is represented as less than 0.001.
Finally, one sample t-test compares your sample mean to a known value, like a target value of 3 kg. Let's see if the average weight loss was significantly different from a target value of 3 kg using one sample t-test.
The test variable is the weight loss. We want to compare the weight loss to a specific value, which is 3. Okay. Now we have our output here. The mean weight loss is 3.134, while under here the significant value is 0.503. Now to report this in APA style, let's minimize this. One sample test shows the average weight loss. The significant value is greater than 0.05, which means there is no significant difference between the mean weight loss and the specified weight loss, which is 3 kg. From the target value. If there's a need for you to also copy and paste the tables into your Word document, you can do that by just clicking on it and press your copy, or by pressing your Ctrl C. Then you just come here under your Word document. This is just a sample sign to paste into any format you deem it fit to be.
Trust the video was helpful. Do also give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. I've created a free downloadable practice file and the link is in the description below, so do all to check it out and practice. See you on the next one. Bye.